Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Good afternoon and welcome to Breaking the Chains Recovery Radio. It's that time of the week where we're all going to get our spiritual workout. I've just come from Planet Fitness, Morningside, big shout out there, physical workout, and now straight on to the spiritual workout. Welcome to all our regular listeners. If you're tuning in for the first time, it's good to have you. You're in studio at 27 Boxes with my co-host, good friend, sponsor, mentor, and brother, Uncle Mannie. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Warren. Good morning, listeners. And it's again another beautiful day. It was cold, but I see it's warming up now, and we're getting on with the show. So we're talking about a new reason and a new season. You know, that's the theme for this year's historical land-breaking, history-making Narcotics Anonymous rally out in Lenasia. So big shout out to the committee that's organized it, and we want to see everybody there. It's in Peshawar Street, extension 10, Lenasia. It will be on Facebook. There's a Facebook page about it. So if you or anybody you know that's suffering with a substance abuse problem, please make sure you get out to the hall. The event is now in its 8th year, and we've grown every single year by numbers and in leaps and bounds.
So, Uncle Mannie, 8 years ago, this Lenasia rally started, and like for the past 2-3, I'd say even 4 months, there's been a big buzz around the Lens Rally, and as you said, it's the 8th rally. I don't think I've heard such a buzz around any other rally in the country as the Lens Rally is getting. Tell us a bit about the history of the rally, because I know 8 years ago it was quite a historical moment when this rally happened, and it's had a great rebound effect, and a lot of other rallies have been born from it, and a culture has come from what took place 8 years ago. Where did it all start?
Okay, 8 years ago, a group of us got together, and we decided to take our recovery into the homes and into the hearts of our community. Through the years walking in recovery, I've met a lot of guys that have scored in Lens. Lens has a huge drug problem. And when I refer to drugs, I include alcohol in that conversation. And we decided to set up this rally, and at the time, I don't think anywhere in the world there was a Narcotics Anonymous rally. I'm open to correction, but I'm really wrong when it comes to facts and figures. And from that was born. From there was spin-offs. Eldorado Park had 1 or 2. Mid-Annandale had 1 or 2. And until recently, the beginning or a few weeks ago, Soweto had 1.
First rally in Soweto.
So that's where I think the message needs to be carried, considering the demographics of this country and considering the unfair demographics that we see in the rooms of recovery. So I'm very pleased. And just by the way, I don't know how it happened, but the first rally, the theme was breaking the chains.
Okay.
And this year, the theme is a new reason and a new season. It's on Spring Day. So that shows you addicts are thinking. They're using their brains for the first time in their lives.
God is good.
And look, there was a meeting yesterday with the committee, and the guys are fired up. As far as I'm informed, all the finances are covered. We must remember we're self-supporting, Warren, so we don't take outside contributions. We don't allow people that are not members to pay at the door. So if you're not a member of Narcotics Anonymous, the entrance is free. The beauty part, and I think the draw card of why it grows every year, we have the most fantastic mutton curry and rice. any side of this country.
I'm definitely going to be there. So for non-members, entrance is free. I know I also put 1 or 2 tickets are sponsored for newcomers. Newcomers don't pay either. So if you cannot afford to come into the rally, you're still welcome. How much are the tickets for timers, old members?
The tickets are $40.
$40, and you get a free mutton curry.
Not just the free mutton, the best mutton
The
curry.
best mutton curry. Now, Uncle Mannie, you spoke about the first rally being breaking the chains as the theme, and now we're going into a new season, a new reason. And I think that there's a great deal of meaning to that, to breaking the chains as well. I have a great feeling in my stomach the last few weeks that breaking the chains is actually at the point of a great revolution that's taking place. There's big things happening at the center. You were telling me this morning that there's projects taking place as we speak, veg boxes, painting, renovations, all of that. So there's a new season of breaking the chains, which is starting to come to life. The female center opening last month and all these exciting things happening. How does the rally tie into the guys at the center and to guys from fellowships outside of Lenasia? I know there's a big attendance. Guys are coming all the way from Primrose, from Bloemfontein. There's a lot of people who are flocking to Lenasia this weekend. What are the rebound effects of this rally on still suffering addicts and on members who, probably would never go to Lenasia otherwise? What are the societal benefits of this rally?
Look, let's go back some time, and we must be careful not to draw affiliations with Breaking the Chains Recovery Center and Narcotics Anonymous.
Two separate entities.
Two separate entities.
Indeed.
However, there's always cooperation, and we work with a lot of addicts. But just under 16 years ago, I needed to get clean, I had that gift of desperation, and when I looked for a meeting, the only meeting I could find was an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. And I'm grateful. Big shout out to Jakes again, my mentor, my sponsor, the guy that saved my life. And there was a lot of controversy about addicts attending AA meetings and traditions and singleness of purpose. But I'm glad that there were some old timers that had the vision, like the new timers have the vision today, that it's all about spreading the joy and the freedom that recovery brings, and not being substance specific, not being caught in a box where we become almost dictators on the people's lives, because there's but one ultimate authority,
a loving
God, And we need to be careful also, because that loving God has no religious connotations.
Yes.
So it's open to everybody and anybody, the promise of freedom and the miracle of recovery is a gift that once you get it, you just want to share it, And I heard some time ago that the gift of recovery is God's gift to you, and what you do with it is actually your gift back to God. So when we look at recovery in its totality, especially in the Lenasia area, we've made huge inroads, There's 3 meetings a week. There's meetings now in Soweto. There's meetings now in Annandale. There's meetings now in El Dorado Park, which are in very close proximity of each other. Recovery is big. Recovery is happening. The numbers remind me of 1935, when guys were coming in and they were staying clean under very trying circumstances. And today we find ourselves with a lot of young guys. So 17, 18, we had them young as 13, man. 20, 21. And they fired up, and they're young, and they're gifted, and they're out there, they're in your face, and they want to save lives. And that's what they're doing, and that's what the rally is all about. It's about saving lives, it's about carrying the message, and it's about bringing that love and that healing and that contentment that so lacks in our society back into the home. Houses become homes, and families reunite and families support. So it's been fantastic. We've got like hundreds and hundreds of guys in our area with their mums and their dads and their brothers and their sisters. And there's this recovery buzz that's going about Lenasia where we don't even hear much about the problem. We just hear about recovery.
And
you know,
the
and
solution.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. And, you know, you remind me, Uncle Mannie, you remind me of the basic text of Alcoholics Anonymous. I actually said to you yesterday, and for you guys out there who don't know, back in the 1950s, there was a success rate being achieved of 75% first time and 25% after a relapse or two coming back, getting sober. And I was taking a look at a picture of guys from BTC yesterday, and there was a comment on the picture you had put that reflected that exact statistic. Now, my personal opinion is why those statistics aren't happening outside are that the spiritual essence has been lost of the program. You know, I'm part of that group in that photo over there, and I believe that the spiritual essence, and this being a spiritual program, that's what's been lost. It's all about fellowship, and there's not enough program. And the beautiful thing about breaking the chains and the fellowship that we're starting to create around Lenasia, as you said, Annandale, Eldorado Park, Soweto, is that it's going back to basics. It's going back to that spiritual essence. I'm a Jewish guy, and 2 months ago I was at Breaking the Chains on Eid, and I was able to celebrate Eid with my Muslim brothers. Now that's revolutionary stuff. If you look at the relationship out there between Jews and Muslims, it's incredible that recovery is putting us out all those differences and us standing together to do exactly what you said, carry a message, spread the joy. You speak about the 18, 19, 20-year-olds. The guys out there, and a big shout out to the guys who are doing recovery in their teens, in their early 20s. You guys can carry a message where me at 27 I can't, where you, Uncle Mannie, in your you can't carry that message. So we've each got a unique, potent and powerful message. So if you're out there and you're still suffering, give us a call, come through to the rally, come through to a meeting. We need you in this fellowship. Your message can save many lives. Guys, we're going to go to an ad break. When we come back from the break, I want to talk about what's different between a rally and a meeting, what takes place at rallies. Maybe you've got one or two funny stories to share about rallies.
So you know you don't need a motorbike.
Yeah, no, it's a foot rally, this one. So we'll be right back. We're going to go to a quick ad break. You're listening to Breaking the Chains Recovery Radio. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and we will be right back with you.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za.
Hey Bonang, how are you?
Hi Tuli, look so beautiful. Hey, long time no see. What happened to your skin, by the way? The last time I saw you, you had a lot of blemishes and breakouts. It was so terrible, man.
Wow, thanks for that, Bonang. Luckily, I discovered DMK. Have you heard of DMK?
DMK? Who are they?
DMK is a paramedical skincare brand that specializes in all skin conditions. Would you like their number?
Yes, please.
I know you're not good at numbers, so let me give you their website address because your skin looks terrible. It's www.dmkskincare.co.za.
Whether you're an athlete or just going about your day-to-day business, use Turbo Freeze on the go for any pain relief or inflammation. It's the #1 pain relief formula. To find out more, log on to our website www.turbofreeze.co.za.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah! Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.beastdownmedia.co.za.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
Hi, we're back with Breaking the Chains Recovery Radio from 27 boxes out in Melville. such an appropriate name. I lived in a box for many years. Now we broadcast from a box. You know, Warren, I was sitting and during the break, and I was looking at what has happened, over the last 8 years, and we've got a little hardcover book that we do at the registration table, and if I'm not mistaken, I think in the first year we had 167 people walk through the doors at the rally, and at the last count we were over 400.
Wow.
That was last year.
And I can tell you this year is going to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, no, we actually need to consider, because I think we've outgrown the venue.
Sure.
But the venue is such a beautiful place. I'm a stickler for what wins. You don't change, but obviously the name of the game is change, and when it's not working and it's not winning anymore, then you need to change it. And the fact that we're discussing this rally, so it's a series of meetings, you can call them mini meetings, where each panel consists of between 8 to 5 guys or ladies. We're very careful in that we ensure the demographic of this country is seen on the panel. So we have women, we have men from all races, different religions, we have disabled people. We have a public speaker. Oh, that's I need to big shout out to Atish Lala. He's our public speaker. He's the only guy I know who through his motor vehicle accident realized how powerless he was, and when he came to a meeting, realized that there's the same power that saved him was saving addicts. So he's got a powerful message on the inability to act, which is basically the disability that we have. We're unable to act, and so these meetings run with the chairman, and it's very, very structured, and there's time limits involved. There's tea breaks in between with a lot of sandwiches and cakes and snacks.
So the curry's just the combination. Is that at the
curry
end?
is just the main course.
Okay, so you got to stay through all the meetings and then you get the mutton curry.
No. Mutton curry served at lunchtime. So between 12:30 and 1 o'clock is lunchtime.
What time does the rally start?
The rally starts at 9.
9 until?
It finishes at about 4:30.
Okay, cool. And then there's an after party happening at BTC?
Always,
Okay. So, big shout out to Atish, Uncle Mannie. Great inspiration. I've met him at the center. And when you speak about that powerlessness, if I look back 10, 11 months in my own life, I was running on my own power for many years. And it put me in a lot of really, I don't want to swear, but a lot of really messed up situations. It took me to the doors of death. It took me through 44 absolutely pointless rehabs where I sat and wrote lists of childhood traumas and got fed methadones and suboxones and Jesus dones when I'm Jewish. And last year when I came into Breaking the Chains, which is where I recovered, I had a profound realization. And that realization was that it speaks about step 2, coming to believe in this power that's going to change our lives, that's going to change our attitudes and outlooks, that's going to give us happiness, joy, freedom, and give us what the drugs gave us without the drugs. Now, the only time I'm able to connect to that power is when I'm able to actually admit and submit to my own powerlessness. Because as long as I'm running on power, I cannot say that I have any need for a power greater than myself, because hey, I've got the power. Uncle Mannie, what are the benefits of coming through to the rally for the newcomer who's going to be there for the first time? What can the newcomer expect? And then I'm sure you've spoken. Are you going to be speaking this week?
No. We took a decision. If you've spoken before, we want complete new speakers, new messages. We want to give everybody a chance. We're all equal, and so this year I won't be speaking.
But obviously you've spoken at the rally before.
Oh, plenty of times.
What are the benefits for the newcomer, and then also for someone who's been around many years? What are the benefits in your life of carrying this message? You know, it speaks about it being our final suggestion. It speaks about it being when all other methods fail, it's the only immunity we have against the next drug. What are some of the benefits of carrying the message?
You know, as much as we can get confused that we helping others, carrying the message is basically helping yourself, you know. Because every time I carry this message, I do it for 4 reasons. 1, it's a joy. 2, it's my duty. 3, it's an insurance against a possible slip. And the 4th reason, which I love, it's paying back the debt
Of
to the man
gratitude.
that carried the message to me. You know, so the legacy will just keep growing, and no matter how many people don't make it, because not everybody makes it, but those that are honest with themselves and open-minded and are willing to let go of the prejudices of their past, you know, prejudices to religion, to humanity, to society. When you let go of that, then you find what we call catharsis, which is true liberation of the soul, you know. And then you discover that you need to be living in the solution and not always in the problem. Because if I look back on my addiction, I always lived in the problem. So by me continuing to carry the message just allows me to live in the solution.
So one of my favorite quotes, guys, is from Dr. Bob. He was the first 12th step P. He was the second technically, but we won't get into that. One of the co-founders of the 12 steps and the 12-step movement. And he once said, we carry a message, and only when necessary, only when absolutely necessary, do we use words to do so. And
Yes.
I found that absolutely beautiful, because when we think of carrying a message, it's not something we put down when we go home and deal with our wife, or when we go home and the dog's barking, or when our neighbor pisses us off, or we carry that message with us. And it's not a theory, the spiritual life. It's something we have to do every day. So big shout out to everyone out there who's tuned into the show. Please, guys, come through to the rally this weekend. Give us the details again, boss.
Okay, the rally is on the 1st of September, spring day. So new reason, new season, new reason to change your life, and the season is here. It starts at 9 a.m. It takes place at Peshawar Street in Extension 10, Lenasia South. It's a massive hall. You can't miss it. The amazing thing is, to get to the hall, you drive past a bottle store. So please don't stop at the store. Go straight to the hall. When you come out, that store, you won't even see it. The entrance to, like I say, entrance to public and to family and to friends of the still suffering or the new suffering. It's free for you guys. Members don't need to pay, but out of gratitude, we ask you to donate a 40 Rand. That would go back, and that money would go straight back to Narcotics Anonymous. Literature will be bought for newcomers and for groups in the area. So besides the actual day on the rally, there's going to be huge spin-offs and benefits for every single member that walks through their doors on the 1st of September. Lives have been changed. We've got some powerful speakers. I know them. You know, I'm looking forward to it. But then I've never been to a meeting where I didn't get a message. You know, so I'm saying to people out there, families that are battling, families that don't know, families that have been conned and fooled by society, that's the place to find yourself.
Okay, well, looking forward to it, and I'm sure you guys all are as well. Just a quick shout out to all the BTC soldiers in Lodium. I know the guys were asking for a shout out this morning. And any shout outs from your side, Uncle Mannie? Clean time, recovery, heroes, birthdays, landmarks, what's going on?
No. Clean time to Vincent, and clean time to Jared. You know, 2 soldiers, 2 years and 1 year. And a special shout out to Yeshigan. Will be 3 years next month. But why I'm shouting out to him is because the amount of lives he's touched just through him, not using any words, because he's a very, very quiet guy, but just by being an example of how how you carry yourself and the decorum that you display in recovery, he has saved so many lives. So to Yeshigan, big up my brother.
And then I think one last shout out to all the guys at the center and the hard work that's taking place there today. I really am looking forward to going through tonight and seeing these results.
No. I think I forgot a shout out to Nedbank and the Care Bears team from the Corporate Social Investment that have adopted Breaking the Chains, and they're doing a veg garden. And
They're the ones making it happen today?
They're making it happen.
Okay, awesome. Well, big shout out to you guys. And then once again, thank you all for tuning in to Breaking the Chains Recovery Radio. Next week, we got quite a cool show lined up. We'll keep it a surprise for now. Tune in, same time, same place, brandlive.co.za from 27 boxes, 12 o'clock Mondays. Warren and Mannie, Breaking the Chains Recovery Radio, out.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za